random chunk from the archives.
Tributes have been paid to the actor Richard Briers, who's died at the age of 79. He was best known to millions for his enduring role in the TV sitcom The Good Life. The star, who was also known for his Shakespearean roles, had been battling a serious lung condition for a number of years. Our correspondent Nick Hyam looks back at his life.
You are not starchy, Margot. You're a very attractive woman.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. And I'll tell you something else. You've got a very sexy neck.
You've never seen my neck.
Richard Briers and Penelope Keith in a scene from The Good Life. The show was originally written as a vehicle for Richard Briers, a sign of his reputation in the 1970s as one of Britain's finest comic actors. In the brilliant four-strong cast, he played the infuriating but endearing Tom Good, who threw up regular work to become self-sufficient.
Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Tom. It's me, Margot.
Good morning, Margot. Yes, you're perfectly correct, it is you.
He'd started acting in the RAF. At drama school, he shone, playing Hamlet, no less.
I got a notice from Darlington, the great critic in the Telegraph in those days, and he said, last night Richard Briers played the part of Hamlet like a demented typewriter because I was very highly strung and spoke very fast.
His nervous energy and machine gun delivery soon brought him work on television.
Yes, sir. I got the silver gear lever, sir. We can't eat that.
He became a household name in Marriage Lines with Prunella Scales.
But it isn't a pie if it hasn't got a top, it's a stew. Well, George Starling in Marriage Lines was quite like Tom Good in The Good Life. I pretty well played myself. Highly strung, nervous, rather stupid person, desperate to get things right and getting them wrong, you know, the usual thing.
After The Good Life, he began to stretch himself in restoration comedy at Chichester and in Shakespeare with Kenneth Branagh.
Dickie and I agreed that we're both the quickest Hamlets on record. He wishes he had a recording of his to see whether, in fact, he was quicker than me. I didn't think he was.
I most powerfully and potently believe, yet I hold it not honesty to have it thus set down. For you yourself, sir, shall grow old as I am if, like a crab, you could go backward.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it.
Branagh directed him as King Lear and in films like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, opposite Robert De Niro.
A man shouldn't have to hide in the shadows. That's never your slip. I'd be ashamed to put you in an old rag like that.
In Dad, he movingly played a man who discovers his wife, suffering from Alzheimer's, is being abused.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
As films like Much Ado About Nothing confirmed, Richard Briers was more than just a great comic actor. It wasn't until late in his career that he got the chance to show just how much more.
Richard Briers has died at the age of 79. Well, we can speak to Penelope Keith now, who played Margot Leadbetter alongside Richard Briers, Tom Good in The Good Life. Good evening to you, Penelope. This must be a very difficult day for you.
Yes, I heard the news on the someone phoned me when I was in a taxi in London, and it's happened 2 or 3 times in my life when you're told that someone has died and you feel as though you've been kicked in the solar plexus. I knew Richard was ill. I'd spoken to him fairly recently on his birthday, and but even so, it's a shock.
When you watch The Good Life, you can tell that you were all genuinely very good, close friends, and all seem to be enjoying the show as much as we, the viewers, are enjoying it.
Yes, it is extraordinary, isn't it? It does come through, doesn't it? There are various things you can't act. You can't act being sexy, and you can't act enjoying people. And we had the most amazing time doing The Good Life. And all 4 of us got on so well. And, of course, with our director, John Howard Davis. It was the most amazing atmosphere and a wonderful dream job.
Richard Briers once said in an interview that he was just playing himself in The Good Life. Is that a correct assessment?
Yourself. I mean, playing yourself, no. That makes it sound too easy. It is not easy saying lines that someone else has written for you, standing up and doing it in front of an audience and in front of a camera. No, it demands a great deal of skill, and Richard had that in spades.
So he comes across as a very modest man and one that was slightly uncomfortable with the fame that he had as well.
I think he was uncomfortable. One of Dickie's dearest attributes was his self-deprecation. communicating all the time. I mean, he'd always say, oh dear, you know, I'm not in his league, or this, that, and the other. But he'd had the most amazing career and done so many different things and been very, very good at them.
Yeah, I mean, we all remember him for The Good Life, but I mean, just looking at Nick Hyam's report there, he was a class act of an actor, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, you see, actors of that generation, my generation, did a lot of everything, really. The Good Life, which we did over a period of 3 years, only took 10 weeks out of each year. And for the other 42, if we were working, we were lucky enough to be working, we were doing plays and other televisions and heaven knows what. And that all informed the work, the enormous range that Richard had. I did voiceovers with him, various things. He did children's stories, all sorts of things. I saw his Lear. It was remarkable. And, of course, his wonderful Ratty in Wind in the Willows.
Why do you think we all loved him so much?
I just think, I don't know. As I've said before, I think it's a quality. If you could bottle, you know, you'd make a fortune by selling it. But it was this amazing quality that he had that people loved him. They made him laugh. He made them laugh. And that is a great, great gift. Not everyone can do that.
Penelope, you're obviously going to miss him very much. Thank you very much for giving us some time this evening.
Thank you.